2 years ago, I made a video on an article that had the following headline: 10 reasons why girls who smoke weed make better girlfriends.
I mean, pot smokers get generalized on a daily basis, so I figured there wouldn't be much harm in making one more. You've literally written this whole article generalizing women who smoke weed, and now you're saying they get generalized on a daily basis. I wonder why.
Now, 2 years later, I present to you 8 signs you're meant for something bigger on this planet. So buckle up, you little sinful deviants. We're going back in. I've known since I was very young that I was destined for big things. I mean, really. The first thing I knew I wanted to be when I grew up was the Easter Bunny. You wanted to be the Easter Bunny? I don't think anyone wants to fucking be the Easter Bunny. I think you want the eggs and candy from the Easter Bunny, but I've never heard of anyone who wanted to fucking become the Easter Bunny. That's like saying you want to be Santa. You don't fucking want to be Santa. You believe in Santa. You want to meet Santa. You don't want to fucking be him. But anyway, you wanted to be the Easter, but sure, we'll let that fucking slide. I mean, I'm barely getting started. Here's what I'm pretty sure I actually meant by that. I knew from very early on that societal constraints, shoulds, and rules didn't mean anything. I could be and do anything I wanted. You cannot be anything you want. Whether you like it or not, you can't be anything you want. And then I found roadblocks, or maybe just the speed bumps of life. I kept reaching for more, but encountered fear, doubt, challenging situations, and naysayers. Oh, the naysayers. Thankfully, I never stopped believing. I always knew it was possible to live into the vastness of my visions. Wow, we're getting insanely narcissistic now. And become as big as I wanted. What? What the fuck? Okay, you have aspirations. Are we still talking about the Easter Bunny here, or have we moved on? It's taken time to align my beliefs. Well, you should take some time to align your grammar, because this is not holding up. My beliefs with this truth inside of me, so that I could live into my knowing. But it's been worth it. Did you get a stroke? This beautiful planet is crawling with those of us who want to make a difference, who know we are capable of anything. So to prove it to you, I've compiled 8 signs that point out that likelihood that you're probably meant for something bigger and that you're destined to get there. This person went on a rant about wanting to become the Easter Bunny and how that transformed into a narcissistic complex, to then go on and provide us a guide on how we figure out if we're meant for something bigger. So let's find out, guys. Are we meant for something bigger? Number 1, you suck at working for other people. AKA, you have no fucking discipline. You're a born leader and you know it. Or maybe you don't know it. What the fuck? Dude, I know you're trying to catch the largest demographic and you just don't feel you can fully achieve that while working for someone else. You know that your vision is worth something and that getting to apply all of your gifts is the only way you'll be fully satisfied. Listen, everyone fucking feels this way. If you could choose between working for yourself and being fully fledged in your creativity of your desire, if you could choose between that and working for someone else in a shitty job in which you feel stuck, which is a lot of jobs that we have in today's world, of course, of course. You tend to put things off until you're really inspired. Oh, for fuck's sake. There is such a thing as self-sabotaging procrastination. If you procrastinate, you're, what? Meant for something bigger? It's okay. It's alright. It's human nature to procrastinate. We all do it. There's a select few people out there who don't do it a lot. Maybe put it down to such a minimum or are able to work against it, they're able to work efficiently. I'm sure that's a dream. There is no definition of your character at all if you procrastinate. Everyone fucking procrastinates. And if someone tells you they don't, it's highly likely that they fucking do. Is fear holding you back from chipping away at your to-do list? Again, everyone has fear.
I think this is, yeah, we'll play this.
Oh no, fuck me! Everyone has a to-do list. There are a lot of people out there who are scared to take a step, yes. But the fear of taking a step is not what defines your meaning. If we're even gonna take it there. You can't fucking characterize the fear. The fucking fear, everyone has the fucking fear. And if everyone has the potential, why can't you just leave it at that? Often that inspiration knows more than we do about what's really possible. 3. As a kid, you thought adults who wore suits and went off to work were crazy. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't that fucking self-aware nor socially intelligent in general to analyze my dad hopping into a suit and going to work. Hey, just a crazy thought. Maybe we weren't that. You always know somewhere deep within, okay, if you didn't know it, you knew it deep down. Cookie cutter, safe, pragmatic lifestyle. You knew you could have a bigger impact on the world if you did it your way. But society won't fucking let you because you're so fucking gnarly and like the societal constraints and the fucking Easter Bunny is standing in your way, bro. But it's my time to shine. Again, a lot of pseudo-science. Absolutely aimlessly thrown at you. 4, you love what you do so much, you do it for free. Oh, it's called a hobby. But you love what you do. I mean, weren't we just talking about not being able to do it? Or is this a completely separate category of identification that you're implementing here? Because I can't follow this anymore. I'm not really sure how this is like cohesively being linked right now. You deserve to know your value, and the more you begin to charge your full value for the contribution you're making to the world, the more value those you serve will actually receive. Sorry. You know you're on purpose and meant to do big things. Here's a little small thing for you. How about a proofreader? I'm the only reader you got. I'm sorry, that's too. You're meant to do big things when you love what you do so much that while you're doing it, money is not even on your mind. It's called a fucking hobby. Most people got one. If they don't, they maybe just haven't found it yet. But once they do, it's not about money in the first place, so there's nothing to forget. Sometimes your hobby turns into your job, and that's a wonderful thing. Listen, here's the thing about this point. This has nothing to do with your life being meant for something bigger. This has nothing. You're literally just describing what a hobby is. What's the point? Like, what is the link? Is the hobby going to lead you? Yeah, sure, your passion, but what? Are you telling people that the ultimate achievement involving your passion is to have success off of it? Why can't your hobby just be your hobby? You're an idealist. You see the world at its best and will stop at nothing to get there. Get where? When I was a kid, I used to get called an idealist. Was this before or after you wanted to become the Easter Bunny? At first, I thought it was a compliment. I think, yeah, that's right. It is possible for the world to be that loving and amazing. Wow, you're so great. You're such a good person, aren't you? This article is literally just about you, isn't it? Toward early adulthood, I began to get triggered by the word, as if people were saying that I couldn't actually achieve that. Again, okay, so how do you know that that was said negatively, though? I'll tell you what's fucking idealist. This damn article. Saying that I couldn't actually achieve that the world wasn't actually supposed to be the amazing place I knew it could be. What the fuck? Who the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, okay, this is actually starting to get like... People are calling you an idealist, which you make out to be a bad word because you've been hearing it actively since you were a child. Okay, so what if you are, right? You hate hearing that word now because you think that means that they don't believe in your vision. Now let's stop there because your vision is also a little bit fucking funky. But let's debunk that. How do you know that people calling you an idealist is pushing your vision down? If you're an idealist, you're essentially a visionary. And sure, it might not be realistically possible to achieve whatever you visualize in your mind, but you're a dreamer, right? So what changed from hearing that as a little kid and feeling positive about it? Maybe you just became self-aware enough to realize that, hey, there's not a lot of fucking logic in what I believe. And let me tell you, there isn't a lot of logic in what you believe. Are you trying to save the world? Is that what this article is about? You're trying to save the world and you're trying to find this outlet for telling us that people people called you an idealist for that, I'm fucking calling you crazy for that. But hey, sure, man, if you fucking go save the world, I'm just a fucking idiot on the internet. But living in my own little world of my vision, you certainly fucking do. My personal world often actually appears as ideal. Yes. It's like envisioning a utopia. Everyone can fucking do it. You're not fucking special. I feel like you're constantly trying to convince me, as I know one day the entire world can be. So really, who cares what's true and what's not if I'm having fun and serving others while doing it? Okay, after careful consideration, I think I care about what's true. Not entirely sure how that links to your utopia. Being an idealist doesn't make you crazy, it makes you a creator. You can be a crazy creator. And that can be the end of it. You can be chaotic neutral as fuck. That's fine. You can be crazy, you can be a creator, you can be a crazy creator. But it is, however, a little bit concerning when you say you can't be crazy and you are just a creator. That is what someone crazy would say. Well, I guess you proved my point and played yourself. Okay, so the whole point 5 was basically the writer talking to themselves. Every single sentence in this point was about the writer. I'm starting to see why this article was written. You can't always say how you know things, but sometimes you just know. So you can't confirm that you're right, but you will claim so because you're special. Visionaries don't usually get their visions from what's outside of them or from what the world tells them they should create. Bruh. Call it intuition, call it gut feeling, call it spidey senses. I'm not going to call it any of that. If you are meant for something bigger in this world, that knowing will keep speaking up and asking you for what it wants. So really, creating big things is not an option when it's your destiny. Shit. I'll tell you what this actually is. Delusional confidence. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having big aspirations, but linking the sensation of feeling there's more for you is not making you special. It's making you normal, as a matter of fact. It's actually doing the opposite of what you want it to do, because you want to stand out. You want to feel like you're destined for this. You want to feel like the select few that you mentioned in the beginning. You're one of those people who feel it, you know? As a matter of fact, you're not one of those fucking people. You're just like the rest of us, because everyone fucking feels that. At some point in everyone's life, they'll go, hey, I have this passion. Hey, I have this gut feeling about this. I have a drive to do this. People find hobbies. People find passions. That does not make you a fucking world leader. You don't have the answer, Sway.
You don't have the answers. I'm asking you for the answer. It's a question.
7. You feel things. Big time. Fuck you. Most of the clients I work with... Okay, what? You work with clients? Bruh, work on yourself. We don't know that you work with clients. That's like faking a PhD and being in a scam commercial. Why are you introducing your ethos at the second last point? Most of the clients I work with, you are meant for big things in the world, tend to feel pretty deeply. That made no fucking sense. You'd really need a fucking proofreader. Can you just write this on your iPhone so at least you can get autocorrect? Or just run it through Microsoft Word? Like, what the... Did you fucking write this on WordPad? Like, it's okay to make a little bit of mistake, but like, when your text is not... I can't even understand what you're saying. How can you... You may have not been taught that it's okay to feel. You may have been taught, in fact, that your feelings will get in the way of being awesome. Well, let's reframe that. Sometimes our feelings are our truth. Okay, that's actually something I can agree with. I think feelings, although extremely subjective, are equally as important when it comes to, for example, objective documentation of certain events. I think in that area, it's completely true. I'm not really sure what the fuck you mean by that. Hey, at least we can meet, well, not in the middle, but at least we can wave at each other from, you know, between the rift of insanity that we're currently standing above. Your ability to be big, okay, that's not an ability. You don't have an ability to be big. Let's erase that. You have ability to do things, and then there's a possibility in the world that those things can lead your life somewhere. You're more frustrated by having too many ideas than you are by not having any at all. You tend to get inspired easily. Again, everyone fucking gets inspired. Everyone has a lot of ideas. I know so many people who write ideas all the time. I write down ideas all the time. Everyone fucking does that. I swear, I shouldn't be writing these kind of articles, man. I should be fucking leading the world, man. Oh, shit. You know you're meant to create big things, but if you're not careful, you can allow yourself to get stopped by all the things you want to create. Oh, my fucking God. This is where you should have written about procrastination. Because in human nature, it's kind of easy just not to follow through things. That is due to us wanting to engage in easier things sometimes. I mean, I can speak personally about that. Like, sometimes when I'm not working with the things I want to work with in my life, and I choose to play video games instead, that's me procrastinating. That's me engaging with something that's way easier for my little monkey brain to enjoy. However, it's not the fact that you have so many ideas that lead you to do nothing. Okay, just take one idea and run with it. That's just a bullshit excuse for not actually doing anything. Be grateful that you're so full of awesome ideas. If you're not sure where to start or what to focus on, call upon some support.
UAV on.
Don't you guys fucking learn how to actually play the fucking game and talk?
Shoot a gun, dog. Learn how to fucking shoot a gun. You fucking riot shield. What else you want me to fucking do? Riot shield. I'm a pussy that use riot shield.
So there you go, guys. 8 signs that your life is not entirely fucking meaningless. This article was not written for anyone but the writer. They're kind of just talking to themselves, from the insanity of wanting to be the Easter Bunny to seemingly having the truth and answers to all of our world's problems, and the perfect utopia that is apparently possible and should be implemented for everyone else. Kind of sounds fucking delusional to me, but it's up to you guys to kind of feel what you feel about that. Basically, apart from, the writer just talking to themselves, this article kind of just pseudo-scientifically says that, these signs that are not actually signs are signs for something that doesn't exist. The only thing I really agree with is the end here where the article says that, everyone's meant for big things, or everyone can be meant for big things. I don't fucking remember anymore. I don't give a fuck, but, something about the fucking everyone big things thing. Sure, I think everyone has possibilities and capabilities. I guess what I'm trying to say is if you're privileged enough to even have a shot, then go fucking chase your dreams. That being said, do not listen to the signs that this article presented and just believe that you have the capability and that's the end of it. And for the rest of our sake, don't believe that your utopia is perfect for everyone, because you're just a human, and so are the rest of us. Oh my God. Basically what I'm trying to say, guys, is find your passion, but please don't become a dictator. I swear I don't have corona.